Okay, so this video is mainly about Microsoft and their E3 press conference for today. You might see this video a little bit later though, so I apologize for that. However, there have been two press conferences afterwards, the EA press conference and the Ubisoft press conference. However, I really don't care about those. I only care about Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. So, for today and possibly tomorrow, you're going to see me talking about those three companies since that's the days that they have to have their press conferences. So, let's start off with Microsoft. One thing that people have been complaining about for like one of the longest times from Microsoft is this. The 360 has components that you have to pay for. When you have the PS3, and they have those components already in it. And if the 360 is going to try to compete, you have to have these components. You have to have these already built in. So what they did is they took that thought and they made the new 360 Slim version. So it's smaller, sleeker, a whole lot better because it has built-in Wi-Fi. So no more buying those LAN adapters to put on the back of your 360. That isn't what you should. That's not what they're going to have you do with the new 360. So along with that, they give you a built-in 250 gigabyte hard drive. Yeah. With this new 360 model, I was thinking, could it be better, or could it like just be another version, a 360 version of the PS3's Slim? I don't know, because it's almost like the same things, but it doesn't matter, you know, as long as Microsoft released that. That was a good thing from the release. I mean, people were looking for like the Xbox 720 or whatever. Nobody really cares about that too much right now. A reversioned model of the 360. The 360 owners of today that already have all the stuff that the new 360 brings, like a Wi-Fi connector. If you already have a 360 with a Wi-Fi connector and a hard drive, then most likely you might not want to buy this, but I still recommend, if you don't have a 360, you spring for this one. It's going to be released this week, actually, and that's one of like the biggest things that I have noticed. It's going to be released this week, like the week it's announced. They have announced the actual name for Project Natal, and that name is Kinect. It is spelled Kinect. No, K-I-E. I don't know how to spell it. It's going to be down there though. But the Kinect seemed a lot better than it did before. I don't know, but I don't know. Right now, the Kinect doesn't really spark my interest too much, because I really don't think I would be that active in playing video games. You know, I'd rather play other stuff, but you know, still, that's what they're trying to do, and that's good. Then we have Metal Gear Solid Rising. You guys, if you haven't seen that trailer, that gameplay, that's awesome right there. The main thing about this game isn't really shooting, you know, how Metal Gear Solid's more about, you know, your shooter, your third-person shooter slash first-person type thing. You do not focus on that mainly in this game. The three words that you need to know for this game are: number 1, cut; number 2, cut; and number 3, cut. Mainly, your character is going to have a sword, cutting up everything, and I know what you're thinking, you know, cutting people, that's going to get boring. No, you can cut up your environment and actually change things that happen, so you don't just chop your enemies in half. This is not going to be like a hack and slash, mainly. It's just going to be like, you can use objects to your advantage as some strategy in order to defeat your enemy. You know, I think that is something that they really should have kept to, because, you know, using strategy to defeat your enemies, that's one of the major things, more than the hack and slash, right? One of the major things, though, I really focused on when they showed this trailer is they have precision cutting in the game. People have been saying, "Oh my god, that's so new." Actually, it's not that new. I played Afro Samurai, and that game has the same thing, precision cutting. It was actually really innovative, something that was new at that time, and not many people actually do it. You know, Metal Gear Solid Rising is actually bringing that more to life now with the precision cutting. You can choose where you want to cut someone. You can cut their head off, their legs off. You can cut them straight in half. You choose where you cut them. And you have Gears of War 3. This game, oh my god, they have showed some gameplay of it, and it's fucking awesome. I need to buy myself Gears of War 2 now, and then I want to get Gears of War 3 when it comes out. But mostly the big thing that is coming with Gears of War 3 is the 4-player co-op mode. That's awesome. You can switch around weapons between people in your team, you know, while you're doing co-op, and I can't even explain it. Defeating the Locust, it's going to be really fun playing with 4 players, you know, 3 of your friends, and it's just going to be great. Hopefully, I think it has online, so you don't have to all be in the same room. You know, that's going to be really fun. Then we have Call of Duty Black Ops, the next Call of Duty game to be released for the PS3 and the 360, along with the Wii. Now, this isn't really a surprise to me. I don't know why it would be to most of you, but they have announced that the map packs for the game will be released on the 360 first, before the PS3. That doesn't surprise me because the 360 is mainly, I think, an FPS system. That is a main system that you would want to play FPS on, like Call of Duty, Medal of Honor, Gears of War, of course. You know, I don't think the PS3 could handle FPSs because, you know, with the 360 controller, it has, you know, trigger buttons. The reason it's called triggers. And lastly, what I have to talk about here is ESPN coming to the 360. So, this doesn't really interest me too much, but it is kind of good for you sports fans out there. You can watch ESPN straight from your 360. I think you can stream it over the internet, or I'm not really sure, but they have said something about it being a lot more connected with the whole new 360 thing. So it might require you to have a larger space on your hard drive. I don't know. Who knows? Oh, and I forgot to mention Halo Reach. The campaign trailer has been released, and right now the game looks fantastic. I am not a Halo fan myself, but really, right now, I am thinking of buying this game. Really. It looks really just hyped up. Everything is all over the place. It looks fun, exciting. I would love to get into Halo right now with Halo Reach. I don't know. Do you guys think that's a good game series, you know, Halo? So yeah, pretty much that was my coverage, or not coverage actually, my little explanation of what happened in Microsoft's press conference. I'm sorry if you guys are looking forward to me making a video about EA or Ubisoft, but quite frankly, I don't care about those two companies because they're not really like top companies that make systems and everything. So I don't know. I just want to focus on Microsoft, Sony, and PlayStation right now. So for tomorrow, look forward to like Nintendo and PlayStation, hopefully, depending on if I upload it on time or not. I don't know. But right now, just I have to say that Microsoft did a great job. They have pleased their audiences as usual. I can't really say much about what's going to happen next, but you know, next year they need to announce something. I don't know why, but people have been looking forward to like a portable Xbox system or the newer Xbox, because it's been a long time since the 360 has been out, and there hasn't been many updates or anything for it. But ever since they're having these new things come out, like they're having Kinect, and they have the new 360 out now. You know, it's really renewing the system and making it something better. However, I don't know. It could be making it better in this term where it's just like they're having new games, a new formula for games. But you still have to think about PlayStation and the way they have the Move, and also is that going to change the way the PlayStation has its games? So they don't have to really change their system. They just need to change the way that people play a game, like with the Wii. There's so many different ways that people can play the Wii that there's really not much of an interest for the Wii to change, except, for HD graphics, because, the graphics on the Wii, quite frankly, just suck. But that's all I gotta say about Microsoft, and I'll get more into the whole thing about Sony and Nintendo tomorrow. So for now, I'm Gandhi. I want to say stay gold, and I'll see you guys later.